After fixing my hijab for 2 minutes and having 5 mental breakdown, I think I'm finally ready to make this video.
Now that I think about it, I got time for it.
Hi, my name is Tahira. If you're watching this video, I'm here to tell you how I got 21 piercings with my tips and to story time. Welcome back. Welcome first. Let's start this video before I cry. Literally. I think there are two types of people in this world to be able to pull out piercing. Hijabis and emo. Those are the two only type of people who can pull out piercings like no one in this world. When people look at me, you ask yourself like, why would you have 21 piercings? First of all, I'm a girl. Second of all, I'm a psycho. There is no other rational reason for me to get piercings. I mean, no, there isn't. When they see my face, they're like, oh, you have a face. Now when they see my ears, they're like, oh my God, why do you have so many piercings? And I'm like, oh, I have a lot of anxiety and I have a lot of trauma. So instead of me wanting to literally myself, I rather get so many piercings and obsess about them, waiting for them to know. And yeah, that's what we're here for. I'm here to give you all that tips. And by the way, all mine are healed. This is my biggest achievement of my life. I don't care about the fact that I have a degree. I don't care about the fact that I know how to drive. I don't care about the fact that I can feed myself alone. No. I care about the fact that I was able to heal my 21 piercings. Yeah. I got 9 on my 2 ears and 2 on my nose. So here, I'm here to give you all my tips. Disclaimer, I'm not a professional piercer, but I'm here to give you the tips how to spot the bad one. Because trust me, I had my stories of them. I do have my stories. They were not good. For having 21, those that I kept, and I have some crazy stories. If you guys, because I only have 23 followers. If I only got 10 comments, you guys want me to make other stories, I will literally make them. I really don't have anything else to do. Although I have a full-time job. So yeah, if I make 2 weeks to make a videos, please forgive me. So let's dive into this video. I'll make 2 story time at the end, but in the beginning, what I will do is I will give you the tips that I have and explain to you all along. I got my notes, so let's start. All right, there is one thing when you get piercing, you have to do your research. No matter what people tell you, I do not care. Do your research. Your research is your first thing. There is 2 types of piercing. There is the tattoo artist who think is a piercer, and there is certified, the one who hang out at the shop and think it can pierce you. I got my first piercing made by our maid in our living room. She took a piercing from her ear, plugged it in my nose. I don't know how I didn't get infected. I don't even know how I didn't die from that. But I'm here making a video so we get how it turns out. You do not want to turn out like me. Do your research, even though before you go to the piercer. You have to do your research. It is vital for your life. You have all the information about the piercing that you want. I want you to read the reviews. When I get mine, I was like, 15? Today we have TikTok. We have Instagram. You have to do your reviews. You have all the information that you can possibly get. Please don't be like me. Don't be dumb, young, and stupid. Once you do all your research, when you go to the piercer and you have all this information, now that you know what you want, that's when war begins. Aftercare. Disclaimer. The tips that I'm going to give you, I'm not a professional piercer, but I think after 21 piercing, I have enough experience to give you. This is what, if you're wondering what my piercing looks like, I'm going to pick a video of this girl that I love that I saw on Instagram. This is literally what my ear looks like. If you're wondering what it looks like, I have like 4 lobes pierced on each side, 2 nose, 1 flat, 2 helix in both sides, 1 flat. I already said I have 1 for helix, 1 dev. I have 1 rock and 1, I forget how they call this thing over here. Like on this side, I did have a vertical tragus, but I took it off. That's going to be a story time for another video. And I have a tragus over here. The piercer will tell you, this is what the sin is. You have to use saline water or nothing else. Don't sleep on your piercing. Don't do this and don't do that. Saline water only for a month. And by the way, just a question for the piercer. Why, when you guys are piercing, you feel the need to tie the piercing so hard? that I had to do the 45 minutes back to you to untie the piercing when it's healed, to put the piercing that I want? I need to know. This is a question. It's vital for my survival. I need to know. I got my 4L done. What do you mean that I have to wait 4 months after the thing was healed for me to be able to open it? What is wrong with you? I'm confused. I told her, I said, oh, please. I was like, by the way, if you do the piercing, do you mind not tie the thing too much? So when it heal, I will be able to suck it up and put the one that I want to put. She said, do you know what, babe? I got you. Yeah. You didn't get the fuck out of me. You lied to me. You lied to me. It took me 4 months to be able to open it. And I didn't have time to go back because I was busy. Life was kicking my ass. Please, someone tidy those things too much. Oh my God. Whatever. Back to the story. You starting water only. Don't do nothing. All right. When you do that, guess what happened? Nothing. You get 1 bump, you get 2 bump, you get 3 bump, and you get 5 bump, and you get 6 bump. And then after what you get, you start getting a lot of blood coming on your piercing. It doesn't work. That selling shit doesn't do nothing. It didn't do nothing on my piercing. So when I realized that it didn't work, my brain switched because it happened with my first piercing. I went to a wedding and I got makeup on it too after I had get a second piercing on my nose, and the doctor told me to use this product. It's called Dakin. It's a French product. I'm gonna get to it in a minute. So the doctor said it gave me antibiotic, and he said, your piercing is your wound. And I was like, what do you mean is a wound? And they said, you have to start treating your piercing like a wound. And I was like, oh. So when he said that, I put a Band-Aid on it, and I kept putting it on it every time. 3 days later, that shit was healed. That's when I was like, okay, if it healed for the piercing on my nose, it must heal for all my other piercing. But that was later on, like years later, that I make the, and I connected the dot. So the luxury that you don't get from United States when you live in a foreign country, back home you have the possibility to work in a hospital, see a doctor, they fix something for you, and you go back on your way, you just go back in an hour or two, you're done. But over here is not the same thing. So if you're just not working, you're gonna spend like 7, 9, 10 hours in an emergency room just with piercing. They're not gonna take you seriously. So when I just came here, and what I do, which is really bad, is when I get a piercing, I can get like 5 or 7 at a time. No, not 7, I'm crazy. 5 at a time, and I care of all of them at the same time. So what I do is, I got a bunch of them. Hold on. This one, and this one. So if you want your piercing to heal, because I told you my proudest achievement in my life is my piercing heal. I got all of this. Yeah, all of this. This is what I use for my piercing for them to heal. They look like medicine. But yeah, you have Dakin, is an antiseptic. You have Exomedine. I got a big bottle because I was like, I feared that was about to run out of this one. So I got Exomedine and Dakin. And you have to have a cream that I use on wounds. So what I assimilated when the doctor told me is treat your piercing like a wound. So when I did that, I was like, okay, so the piercing is a piercing, of course, but is actually a wound. So I was like, okay, so in that case, if it's a wound, I have to start treating it like a wound, which makes sense. So this water, I use it like for 5 to 6 days, and I was using it, alternate, but I didn't use only this water, only that, because I tried and that shit did not work. I'm sorry. I know you guys told her that it would, but it was a bold lie. It wasn't enough, at least for me. And I know for going online and seeing people having multiple infection on the piercing, that thing didn't work at all. So no, that shit doesn't work. If it did work, why would I have all of those things? I begged my mom and my sister to ship it to me. That's how I got it. I tried to find an equivalent over here in the United States. I couldn't. I'm so sorry, I couldn't. I had to beg it to ship it. This is the thing. Yeah, now you can see it. This is the thing. I'm gonna put a picture anyway, but this is the thing. This is Dakin. This is Exomedine. And this is free. I did everything that I could to try to find an equivalent. I even bought tree oil. It helped a little bit. It wasn't great until I did my magic combo and everything was fine. And I was able to get sleep. You would say, oh, why didn't you take off your piercing? I wanted to take off the piercing multiple times, but I was like, no, you know what? Think about the brighter picture. Think about, the future. Until 2 weeks ago, I lived for the moment like that I had a few years ago when a friend Adam, she was like, oh my God, I want to get some piercing. Then I was like, really, which type of piercing do you want to get? And she said she wanted to get Alex. And I was like, really? Yeah, I do have one. She said, can I see your ear? She saw my ear and she was gasped. She was like, well, can I see the second one? I said, yeah, sure. She said, how many do you have? I said, I have 21. She's like, I thought you only have 2 nose pierced. I was like, no, I just never thought to show you my ear. I have like my both ear pierced. She said, I need your ear as an inspiration. It wasn't above it. I knew I made it in life. I was like, you know what? If I die right now, it's okay. I'm a walking Pinterest. It's fine. I'm a walking Pinterest, guys. I am a walking Pinterest. I am a walking Pinterest. I'm going back in November to get more, but like, she said, I need your ears as an expo. And I was like, you couldn't have said something better. Like, I'm a walking. She's like, love your ear. By the way, if there is Hijabis and your parents are like, no, we don't want to let you get piercing, get him. And after they're gonna see. My parents didn't know that they didn't want me to get piercing until I got them. My dad didn't notice. After 2 weeks, he was like, there was something shining on your nose. And I was like, I have piercing. And they said, oh, really? Okay. My mom, she waited for me until I pissed her off 2 weeks later, and she told me to do it. When I'm a grown-ass woman, so, there is nothing more at a time, you know what I mean? But now, there is nothing they're gonna tell me. What are they gonna say? Take it out, I dare you, whatever. So guys, you do that. So you clean with this or this, whichever you get is totally fine. Whichever you get between those two is totally fine. You do it twice a day, this one, and then you put a cream for as long as you still have the bump, and it will heal. This is the best thing that I think it can do for you. There's other alternative that I did it for myself, I did it for my sisters, I did it for my friend, and it did work. The bullshit of you selling water, I guess that's what it should tell us, you know what I mean? It's not enough. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. It's not enough. It doesn't do the job. It actually doesn't do everything. Otherwise, why would I have like countless asleep and the thing will not work? It just doesn't do the job. Whatever I tried, like I almost was at a point that I wanted to take off my, what do you call this thing? I almost took off my rock out. My rock was so swollen and painful. I would feel like when I was using only the saline water, I would feel like, oh my God, this thing is healing. 2 weeks later, plus blood, wonderful. And I will go online, the title of this video. And one thing, projection is your biggest enemy in your healing journey. Once again, projection is your biggest enemy in your healing journey. This is the title of the video, how to heal your bump. The girl is showing how she used tree tree oil to heal her bump on her piercing. I'm reading the comment as I read the comment in my head. Guys, this is how I'm doing to heal my piercing, yada yada. There is this dumb, I'm trying to be respectful. She commented, I don't understand how you guys are doing with your mind heal after 2 months. I even forgot that I have it. How do you guys even did? Like, come on. It's so weird. If you don't get out. Get the fuck out of here. The title of the video is how to heal the piercing. Your piercing is healed. What are you doing here? It's for the unhealed people. And you gotta go. I felt so bad for her. Like, she was like, oh my God, I wanna be you so bad. I was like, like, girl, your piercing is already healed. You don't have nothing to give us. You don't have tips to share with us. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Urushi, what are you doing here? Urushi, last, what are you doing here? Take your way, go. That's not the point. We're not here for that. Just live. Pause. So, guys, try them. You don't have to. I'm just saying, as a girl, I don't want to be here having the best night of my life, the best sleep of my life. And you guys are over here suffering. So if I can help you, I'm your girl. Hope that helps. It's a take care of living. I'm not a professional at tips. The purpose of this video is 2% of the tips, 90% of the story time. Because I do want to give you the story time at the end. So now let's go to the story time. So the first story time that I'm going to share with you is from my first piercing that I ever got. I told you that I got the ear pierced. The first one that I got was in the 15 in my living room, the maid. I had to take it off. My mom made me take it off because I pissed her off 2 weeks later. And after that, when I got my degree from high school, I got it. And I told my sister, if you guys saw me coming home with a new piercing, that would mean that I passed my degree from high school. So when I got it, after 2 weeks, I went to a wedding, it got infected, I took it off. When I was going to university, my mom told me, if you go and you're dorming, you should get it, and you will have more time to take care of the things. I was like, okay, no problem. This is actually sound like a good idea. So when I went, I was ready. I went, got my dorm, I met my roommate, we had like we still friends, we got like a great relationship. I'm loving the vibe, everything is great. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. I went to the place, oh my God, disgusting place. face. Nothing was right.
Get out of here. Let me go, guys.
I got a piercing and I was so afraid for the piercing to come off that I got a piercing with a hook in the bottom. Never do that. Wrong, never do that. Did you get the piercing with that in the bottom? Don't get it at all. I got it. We're in the living room, chilling. She was like, oh my God, I want to get mine so bad. Man, my parents are going to kill me. I was like, you should totally, what I gotta do? Kill you? So then I'm gonna kill you anyway. But you get what I'm saying? We're living our life. We're happy. I'm feeling myself. Everyone is telling me, oh my God, your piercing is so cute. Like, I'm vibing. This is my arena, guys. This is my arena. One night, we are chatting in a room. She was like, oh my God, where's your piercing? I'm like, what do you mean, where's my piercing? It's on my face. She's like, it's not. I cannot say it. I was like, wait, what? No, it's on my face. She's like, it's not on your face. I was like, this is, huh? I said, okay, I need to calm down because I can feel the piercing, but the top of the piercing is not showing. I said, I need you to calm down and take a deep breath. I took my hand and I put it on my nose and I lifted it up and it came out. And she starts screaming. She's like, what? So when the piercer, that's why I said you have to do your research on the piercer that you're going to. Because which piercer would tell you it's okay to put the duck on the bottom? No piercer. But it didn't know any better because it was a tattoo artist. A bad one, by the way. But it was a tattoo artist. You know what I mean? So she said, oh my God, this thing is in your nose. So I was like, okay, this thing is in my nose. I would need you to pull it off. She said, absolutely not. I said, that thing cannot be in my nose that way. We have to take it off. We have to. It's not going to stay like that. You know what I mean? I was like, I need you to calm down. I need you to take a deep breath and take that thing off my nose. She said, absolutely not. It is literally 11 p.m. I said, there is no way this thing is staying in my nose until tomorrow and I have to go to the hospital. Oh, I didn't even thought about a hospital because I knew we can take it off by ourselves in the room. So why are we freaking out? Take it off. She's like, I'm not touching your face. And I said, okay. And she tried, the hand was too big to try to hook it and pull it out. And I said, trigger warning. I said, I need you to take a knife and just do this. She became hysterical. She said, I'm not doing this. I said, you will do this. She took it and she took the knife and she said, poof, and the thing fly across the room and there was blood and I just like, it didn't really hurt. And she just like, I cleaned it and she said, oh my God. So what are you going to do? And I naturally said, it's going to heal. I'm going to get another one. Like literally, what do you want me to say? I'm getting another one. I guess we knew what happened because I got 21 or 20 more. But that was the first crazy story that happened with that. And I was like, I'm getting another one for sure. There is no way I'm not getting another one. I think that it has to come with trauma maybe. But when I'm sad, I'm getting piercing. When I'm stressed, I'm getting piercing. It's just a way to bond and it's a way to beautify myself. And the thing is, I'm really doing this for myself. Like, I wish we had a YouTube only for girls or a space, a digital space only for girls. And I wish we can share our tips. I will share it to you guys and you share it to me. It would be so cool. So the second story time number 2. I was in the MSA with my friend. We were scrolling on TikTok, having fun, laughing, kiki haha. At this point, everyone knows that I'm a sucker for piercing. And she was like, oh my God, look at this piercing. I was like, what is this? She said, oh, this is Smiley piercing. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. And she said, this will look so good on you. And I was like, what do you mean it will look good on me? She said, you have such a beautiful smile. And I was like, you think it will look good on me? She said, yeah. And there was another girl who also loved piercing. And she said, yeah, I told you, I really like your smile and you have pretty teeth. It will look good on you. I'm not trying to gas myself up. I'm telling you what they told me. So when they said that, I said, oh, really? Should I get it? And I didn't have no reason not to get it. I never really thought that it was a piercing that I can get. It was a Smiley piercing. And I was like, okay, why not? I just look it up. There was this chick that I saw. And I was like, okay, let's see. And we were doing nothing. We didn't have class after the rest of the day. And I said, okay, let's see if we can find any piercer in our area that we can do a walk-in. Because if I'm not doing that today, where the girls are gas me up, I'm not going to do it at all after. So we look in our area, we call a piercer, she drove us. We went to take cash to the restaurant next to them. And I think piercing is the only thing that I don't feel paid for anymore. After more than 21, because 21 is the number of piercing that I kept. I'm not talking about the failed one. The failed one might be, in total, I may have had 10 failed piercing in total, if I'm not mistaken. I may have 10 failed piercing, but the 21 is those that I kept. So I don't feel any pain at this point for piercing anymore. So I went, she pierced. Smile. It's so cute. We went home and I didn't did my research in Smiley. That's when I find out online that Smiley is a type of piercing that actually destroy your gums. At one point, your gums are gonna get destroyed. And I was like, oh my God, that shit is gonna destroy my gums so bad. But you know what? Okay, no problem. I mean, it's fine for me. It's a toxic relationship that I'm gonna accept in my life anyway. So I'm gonna keep it for a year and we'll see later on. It's fine, no problem. I'm gonna take it off after a year. That was the only thing that I didn't have to do any magical thing worried about. After a week, that piercing was there. After a week, the piercing was class. It was done. I was like, you are my favorite. I loved that piercing so much. Like having to get rid of it felt like a heartbreak. It was a heartbreak. It was heartbreaking for me. I felt so sad. I was like, oh my God, you're breaking my heart. So one day I was like brushing my teeth in the back. I was like, I'm sure there is nothing, but you know what? Let me just see. I'm lifting the hook out of piercing. There is one thing. I was like, what is this? Oh my God. I was so shocked. That's when I found out one of my favorite YouTubers, she said that her piercing didn't even starting damaging her gum. When she went to the dentist after 4 years that she had the piercing, that's when the dentist told her that the piercing might damage her gum if she doesn't take it off. So for me, I was like, oh my God, I got like a good 5 years in front of me before the piercing become bad. You know what I mean? How can you do this to me? How can you do this to me? I was so upset, but I was like, I didn't have a second thought. I was like, my teeth, my pretty smile is more important than a piercing at the end of the day. And when I took that piercing off, I was like, you know what? Let me replace it. I went to get my second nose pierced by taking the Smiley off. So in exchange. So when I did it, I was like, I didn't care about it for like 3 weeks. And I was like, no. It's so easy like that. Like, it's too easy. I'm going to find a solution. If my gum are destroyed, I mean, okay, whatever. So what? What's going to happen? What? I'm going to have bad gum in. So what? Is my gums. I'm doing whatever I want. I'm in a denial at this point. I don't want to accept the fact that my piercing is not working on me. I'm not accepting this. So I'm going back. I'm getting it Smiley again. Yes, judge me. It's okay. I'm a sucker for piercing. I'm judging myself right now. I cannot believe I'm telling you this, guys. I'm telling you guys the story, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling the story to help you so we can make fun of me. Like when I'm telling you guys the story, I either want you to do better than me or like me or better. Don't repeat my mistake. Don't get a Smiley. It's useless. It's not gonna be any good. Like the damage in your gum, in your teeth is not gonna be any good. Trigger warning. I'm getting a piercing. 1 day, 2 days. I'm sleeping. And around 1 and 2, I feel like something bluey on my face. When you're sleeping and you feel like you like having saliva coming out of your mouth. But I feel like I don't do that when I sleep. So what is it? Did I gather saliva in my mouth, which I don't do because of the piercing, which is really strange. So I was like, let me turn on the light. So I'm turning on the light. What is my surprise? When I'm staying on my pillow full of blood, I'm like, wait, okay. I'm trying not to panic, but it's 2 a.m. How? I'm asking myself, is that my period? But I'm not sleeping upside down, and I'm not in my period mode. But if this is the first day of my period, how come my period is gonna be on my pillow? So my dots are not connecting, but my mouth is still full of blood. So I'm like, wait, I'm so confused at this point. And I have a small mirror. So I'm taking my mirror and I'm doing this. The jump scare when I'm doing this and I'm seeing that the blood is coming from my mouth. And when I'm doing this like this way, I'm having, like, from the piercing, there was a chunk. I almost screamed. So I'm like, okay. I was like, okay. So my first thought is I'm recording because I'm baffled. I'm shocked. I'm like, what is that? This is crazy. So I'm going in the bathroom. It took me this to open the piercing. The piercing opened so fast. I'm opening the piercing. I'm like cleaning my mouth so quick. And I'm like, you know what? I think this is a sign from God, more than enough to tell me, baby girl, put that piercing down. This is enough for you. You see the rest that you got? This is enough. I'm being nice with you by letting you know that this thing is not for you. And it's okay. Not every piercing has to be for you. It's cute on other people. It doesn't damage the gum. Other people, it took them, 7 years, 5 years, 10 years. Yours is not going to be the same case. And it's fine. It's okay, girl. It's okay. You don't have to have the same experiences as them. It felt so bad. I was so upset about the fact that the piercing wasn't for me. But you know what? It's okay. At the end of the day, not all piercings have to be yours. And it's okay. Like, it's totally fine. So, you know what? That's the story time. If you guys have questions, reactions, feel free to respectfully, okay? Let this page be a kind page, nice page between you and I, guys. Put down the comment. Don't forget to please. I'll be so happy if you guys subscribe, like, and comment. Don't forget also to share your experiences. And if you guys want me, let me know. If you guys want me to do another video for only my fail, I don't know if I'm ready to share those stories. Those stories are so embarrassing and funny at the same time. My piercing experiences, let me know. The next video coming up, if I'm able to edit them, would be my hijab story. My hijab story coming. That would be the first episode of my podcast. Thank you so much, guys. Stay safe. Take care of yourself and other. Don't go bold.
شكرا جزيلا. الغاي السيسي